everybody. We're back. Ah, greetings. Welcome to the show. It's been a little while since I've been on the YouTube with, of course, Max the Wonder Dog here in the Music Conservatory of Casa de Clark. But we are back. As you all know, the Unemployed series of videos has ended. Mostly because I'm not unemployed anymore. I am now your gainfully employed superhero, Matthew Clark. Nice to meet you. Which means we need a new show if we're to continue the stupidity that I've been doing over the last, 5 or 6 months. So we've done that. Alright, and slowly but surely, now that I've got a job, you may even start to see the production values of the program go up a little bit. Be prepared for that. But this is a new day. Rising from the ashes like a phoenix, rising from its own ashes. A new program, free of overriding themes, free of political rhetoric, free of banter and argumentative approaches to solving problems, free from intelligence, really. Yeah, a lot of stupidity gonna happen on the new show. Prepare yourself. Max is prepared. See that, Max? Max is all prepared for fuzzy logic. Greetings, Internet, YouTube, children of all ages. It is I, your newly, gainfully employed superhero, coming to you live from the Music Conservatory of Casa de Clark here in beautiful Independence, Iowa, America's fame in the name. Wow. It's been 2 weeks since I made a video to put on YouTube. 2 weeks since the official end of the Unemployed program. I'd like to thank anybody who is still watching this stupidity, who watched it during the Unemployed times and has carried on into these new waters of employment with your with your newly employed superhero. I'm not going to go into a ton of detail about the past. I did watch some of my earlier videos, and mission was accomplished, at least. My life is kind of getting back to normal, which is all I ever wanted, really, was to get things back to a normalcy that I didn't have before. Back to work, and I've gotten incredibly lucky in that the place that I work at now is a great place full of great people, and I'm really enjoying it. I think I found myself a very nice home And like I've said before in these videos, I think in the end, everybody gets exactly what they deserve, what they've earned in life. And secondly, if you look hard enough, eventually you will find the place you were meant to be. And that's kind of worked out for me. And that I think I found a place where I should be. I take a blue-collar approach to white-collar jobs. And the company I'm at now encourages that. So I feel very lucky. So, and in the future I may talk more about that. But, as I said in the opening, this is a new day. There is no overarching theme to this show. I think I should start out my first show by kind of laying out what I plan on doing with these series of videos. I have no idea how long they're going to last. I'll probably keep doing them till nobody watches them anymore. I get on average anywhere from 15 to 25 views a video, which isn't a ton in terms of YouTube views, but I don't really advertise my show that much. I don't really seek out people to watch my show, so I'm not really upset by that. If more people start watching my show down the line, wonderful. I never planned on getting famous doing these videos. I never planned on getting rich doing these videos. They're just an outlet, and if anybody gets entertained by them, I'll be tickled pink. Like I said, I'm actually quickly approaching 3,300 views for my channel since its inception, which is around 3,250 more views than I thought it would ever get. The original intention of my channel was to be a place where I could put stuff that I've written musically. I play the guitar badly. Musically, and annoy my friends, neighbors, and relatives. And I kind of wanted this channel to be a channel where I could reach out to... I'll put it this way. When I started, I've been playing guitar since I was 13 years old, roughly. And I took a hiatus between like 15 and 28 because of life. And I got back into it about 28, 29. I'm 42 now, by the way. And I've been playing on and off for probably the last 6 years, you know, hardcore. And when I got back into it and started looking around the internet for places to teach the stuff I don't know, most of the stuff you find out there are from people who know their shit. In other words, they're not beginning guitarists. They already know their shit. And a lot of what they do can sometimes go over the head of beginners and intermediate players, which I consider myself one of those. So I wanted to create a channel which tried to explain topics that people are going to run into if they're first learning how to play the guitar, and try to tell them what they don't really need to know yet. You know, because there's that's the internet in a nutshell. Besides porn, there's just tons and tons of content on everything. And it's sometimes hard. People, I think, lose stamina trying to wade through it. And they eventually just give up because there's just so much shit out there. Good, bad, and indifferent. There's just so much of it that it's hard to weed your way through it all. And people lose... I think that their stamina just runs out. I think. Which can be said about a lot of things in our world today. So part of what I wanted this show to be is kind of the exact same thing I wanted to do for new guitar players. I wanted to try and take topics where there's tons of information out there, conflicting, not conflicting, and try to go through it all and kind of show you what I think is the relevant information rather than what's out there right now. I'm not telling you to take my word for anything. My opinion is that, an opinion. But research is one of the things I do very, very well. And helping people kind of weed their way through the tons of material that is out there. Because I really think that's part of the problem with our country in a whole these days, is that, you know, back when your grandfather farmed dirt in his backyard and ate lard sandwiches, they went off to war and shot himself some Nazis. Back then, there wasn't a ton of information. In fact, if you go back in history, some folks were fighting the Civil War in the western part of the United States a couple of years after the Civil War ended. There were still groups that didn't know the Civil War had ended, and they were still fighting the Civil War. Happened in Vietnam, too. So information, we live in a world where, first of all, nobody has a train of thought anymore. All of us have the attention span of a ferret on crack. And so we tend to think that the state of information the way it is today is the way it's always been. It really hasn't. Cable news channels, the internet bombard us with information every day. And I would venture to say 65 to 70% of the information you're bombarded with isn't bombarded to inform you of anything. You're being bombarded as a service to get you to pay attention to a product. They call it clickbait. You're given information so that they can... I heard a great term on Bill Maher the other day. It's the economy of interest, basically. It's the attention economy, where people make money off of controlling your attention, what you're looking at right now. For instance, if I were somebody who cared, the fact that you're watching my video right now means I have your attention, therefore I could try and monetize it. That's what YouTube does with their commercials or advertisements during videos. By the way, I don't make any money from my video channel, so if there are commercials and stuff during these videos, none of that money's coming to me. So, just so you know. I'm not monetizing my channel in any way. I'm just making content because I get bored. There's only so much porn you can watch, really. Really. Trust me. But anyway, I got off on a tangent. Math. Do your math. Anyway, so yeah, the economy of the attention economy, which is basically companies fighting for your attention. It's all advertisement. It's all bullshit because there's no actual product behind most of it. It's just a fight for your attention. And because of you're constantly bombarded with that, I think it actually kills people's stamina. You just get tired. You get mentally fatigued. Not physically fatigued. You know, it ain't like you're moving a couch up a flight of stairs. You're just being constantly bombarded with messages, with advertisements, with people's opinions. I mean, at any point in time, you can go on CNN or MSNBC and see a screen full of little squares, and in the little squares are people just screaming at one another with opposing viewpoints. We've gotten to the point in this country where it's not about solving the problem, it's about the argument towards the solution of the problem. Which, by the way, I blame on reality television. Reality television doesn't solve problems, it glorifies the conflict in the problem, That's my opinion. Take it or leave it. That's what I kind of want to do with this show, with this video series, I guess you'd call it, is take a look at what's going on in the world today, the news of the day, and try and filter away the noise and get down to facts, and maybe even bring to you some news stories, some information of the world that nobody's talking about that's actually going to impact you more than what you see on television or, God forbid, on Facebook. Facebook is the enemy, people. I'll convert you eventually. But that comes in time. And hopefully you give me some time. You watch the show, you enjoy the show, and interact. Tell me what you think, what you want to see, what you want to talk about. I'm always happy to take suggestions. I think that's all I'm going to talk about today, being the first video in this series. I will be back next week. I don't know when. Maybe Monday, maybe Saturday, maybe Friday, maybe Wednesday. We'll work something out. And we'll do another video. And we'll discuss a real topic. This has been your newly gainfully employed superhero, which means now I can make fun of poor people, and I can feel superior and ridicule people on social welfare programs. Now that I'm employed, you know, the American dream, the real American dream. Until next time. See you soon. Take care. Be good to your mother. Don't drink downstream from the herd. Stay sexy, San Diego. And I'll talk to you soon. Clark out.